Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me for another video here on LAVI Program LLC. This is your first time here. Thank you for joining. My name is Lavender. I'm your virtual life coach here on LLC. We do virtual life coach and tarot services. If you would like further information, or if you would like to book an appointment, those links below for that information will be in the description box. I said that all messed up, but y'all get where I'm coming from. Alright, so this video is going to be part 2 of the collective love read. So part 1 was for all my singles. This is part 2. Part 2 is for the individuals who are already coupled up, whether that's long term, whether that's marriage, whether that is a situationship, your sneaky link, something that's been ongoing, recurring. That is what this read will be about for part 2. Alright, so let's get into it, y'all. Spirit, ancestors, universe, divine, and I ask for clear and precise messages for my collective couples, people who are already connected with someone else. Let's see, what is the message for them? So first one we got, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay. Second one we got, children. Your love life is being affected by children. Third one, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. At the bottom of the deck, we got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay. So just off the rip, what I'm feeling from these 3 cards is that for some reason you have not been really loving on yourself lately. Now, perhaps that's because you all have children, and this somewhere in this relationship you're forgetting about you. It looks like there's going to be some type of clarity soon as to you deciding what you want, so that you can acquire those things that, or ascertain those things that you are needing in your personal life, outside of being a parent, outside of being, the other person in the relationship. There's still you. You are the person who makes that happen, so you definitely got to focus on you, taking time and self-care for yourself. And with this forgiving and learning at the bottom, I feel like it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I feel like there's some type of resentment here for something, whether it be for your inability to address maybe things that you want to do, or not having a life outside of your relationship and your parenting roles and household roles and whatever roles you play, whether it be with work and everything else. You're not taking that time off for yourself, and I feel like there's some resentment that's there, that you really should learn to forgive. Says calling in your soulmate underneath that. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So what I feel with this calling in your soulmate is kind of like, sit down and have that conversation with your spouse. Let them know how you might be feeling, like, you might be losing yourself, or you feel like you're losing yourself, or that you have already lost yourself and you want to get back to that. As a partnership, you guys have to balance each other out. So with this being said, instead of holding on to that resentment, talk to that partner. That's what they're there for. It's up to you and this individual to make sure that you guys are getting to a point where you can openly talk to each other, be there to support each other, the same way like if you're feeling sick. And that other person's taking over these different chores or obligations and tasks, again with the children being here, so being the other parent, just making sure the structure of the home and the relationship is put together while you're trying to recover and heal, and that should be a vice versa thing. Because relationships are definitely about give and take, and sometimes you might lose things or sacrifice things just to sustain that relationship, but you'll grow together if y'all doing it together. If it's genuinely being done together, you'll grow together. All right, let's see. What other message do you have for our collective couples? What other message do you have for our collective couples? Let's see. Bottom of the deck, we got dismiss, disregard, ignore, look the other way, leaving behind. So I feel like again that goes back to the forgiveness piece. Letting go of any type of resentment or ill will that might have arisen. I mean, I think it's too often people look at relationships that have been together for like 30, 40, even 10 years, and they're like, how you make it so long? Well, it took work. Every day wasn't perfect, but it takes you to decide one another each day and to keep things pushing, to keep it moving along. It's going to take both of you. All right, let's get into this. Let's see. What's the message, Spirit? So we got frozen. Not speaking, stonewall, not taking action. Observing, being watched, social media, stalking, keeping an eye on you, obsessed with you. Dang, okay. Magnifying glass, showing proof, validation, confirmation, finding the truth. Bottom of the deck, we got sneaky, fake profile, hiding from you, behind the scenes, social media. Okay. So if you're connected with someone, regardless of how the dynamic of this relationship, it seems like for whatever reason, some rockiness going on. Where you all are not speaking to one another, and someone could potentially be being sneaky. But what I get from this is because you all have not been really like talking to each other, or maybe you haven't been forthcoming about how you feel about certain things. I feel like this other person that you're with, whether male, female, however the dynamic of the relationship go, this other person is trying to get information through observing like your social media and like looking for proof, looking for some type of information to help them figure out what the hell is going on with you. And then the sneaky part where it says fake profile. I feel like, they might be watching you from a fake profile that they just created so that you don't know that this is what they're doing. Because perhaps I feel like you're not talking to them about something, or they feel like you're not talking to them about something. And so there's some observation that's going on here that they're trying to get more information about something dealing with you. Let's get more. So they feel shattered, heartbroken by not being able to, or that you not talking to them or stonewalling them. They are feeling very shattered by this. Yeah, we got locked, missing pieces, detached, locked away heart, can't move forward. I feel like this locked is more like confused because they're missing the information that they need from you, that they're trying to, because it's like they want to help, but for whatever reason, you're not being receptive to the help. Um, you're not even opening up to let them know that I need help, and not asking for help is a form of self-sabotage. You gotta kind of doing it to yourself if the help is there and you're not asking for it. Okay, and under magnifying glass, we got time. So needing time. Now is not the time. Time will bring unexpected changes. So I feel like, with this, you don't feel like it's the time. You don't feel like it's the time to talk about whatever it is that needs to be talked about. But if not now, then when? Because the more you hold back on it, it's never going to get talked about. It's going to keep getting swept up under the rug, and the unresolved conversations or issues are only going to come back up and usually it's at the most inconvenient time. So address it. Talk about whatever needs to be talked about. Look, gossip. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this is something that, maybe you've heard about and you're not talking to this person about something, or someone came to you with some type of information and you're not talking to this person. Whatever it is, your partner is really trying to figure out what's the tea. And you're just like, no, not right now. I mean, this could also be just by looking at it, and even with what just came to me with that, it could also be, you're not talking to them because of something that you have observed, something that you are trying to find more information out about, where, if the gossip is real, you might feel heartbroken or shattered by this situation. And you might be a little detached and feeling like, you know what, I just need some time right now. You might be feeling like I just need some time. Let's get a few more cards, please. Okay, toxic, unhealthy, poison, delusions, nasty behaviors. Okay, so with nasty behaviors, again, that might be why you're shattered. Or maybe this person, feeling like there's some type of nasty, unhealthy, or poison going on in this situation between you all, or that has happened and impacted you all. So signs, yeah, they're looking for signs because they feel like there's a piece that's missing, or either you are looking for some type of sign. It says meanings, repeated numbers of synchronicity, but you're looking for signs to get more information about something, or like I said, this person, your partner, is looking for signs to get information about something. One more card. Influences, others involved, third parties, intervention, manipulation. Bottom of the deck, completely done. Moving on, ending cycles, lessons learned, coming full circle. Okay. So while this person or you are looking for, proof and information, you're not yet ready to talk about it. But yet there's conversation being gone on with others. We had that gossip card that was at the bottom of the deck. And you all are definitely looking for information, or this person is definitely looking for information to try to figure out what it is that they want to do. But at the bottom here, we got completely done. Yeah, illuminate, revealing the truth, confession, shedding light. Somebody is about to actually tell the truth. Love, unconditional compassion, genuine union. I mean, if you do love your partner, sorry y'all, my grandbaby in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear him, but one second. All right, y'all, I'm back. Okay. But yes, there's still love there, and that could be why you're conflicted about this, or they are conflicted about this. Because there is love there, and because of that love, they want to tell the truth, or you want to tell the truth because of love. But this conversation needs to happen. It definitely needs to happen in order to get over it. I mean, I think too many people try to go around and over and behind things when just go through it. Like, just rip off the band-aid. What comes with it comes with it. But say what needs to be said, It's like, you can't tell me that you love me, that you're in love with me, but at the same time, you're afraid to talk to me. Like, how is that? And I feel like the only adults, just my personal opinion, but the only adults that lie to other adults is because you're scared. If we adults, I'm going to tell you how I feel. And if I'm, in a relationship with you and you're my partner and I'm saying that I love you, well, then I need to talk to you. I need to be able to know that I can express myself. Whether you receive it or not, I will hope that you receive it. But at the same time, I'm not about to wear myself out when I know it's things that I need to talk about. I'm just going to let it eat me from the inside out. Nah, we about to talk about this thing. All right, so bottom of the deck, a new opportunity. Insights gained from a new experience, job, or partner. Maybe There might be some type of new growth in this relationship after the conversation happens, or some of you might be actually saying you're done and pursuing something elsewhere. We got evaluation. Feed out what doesn't serve you. Reevaluate the situation. Yeah, so some of you are contemplating. Definitely contemplating. Again, trying to figure out, like, is this something that I want to stay in despite my love, or is it something that I just cannot get over? Look, soulmate. The divine will provide you with love when you are ready. So I feel like, either you or this person, you all feel like this is a soulmate connection. But at the same time, I think some of you feel like right person, wrong time kind of situation. And I mean, that can happen even with people who have been together for years. Sometimes you outgrow people, you really do. But sometimes your soulmate contract could just be over as well. There are a lot of contracts, soul contracts that are made before we get here. So perhaps this soulmate contract has run its course. Let's get some more cards. Now, I am not trying to put that out there for anybody, but again, take what resonates for you. Look, we got soulmate and twin flame side by side with each other. A spiritual connection between you and your twin flame. So again, this was a spiritual connection. But also at the same time, you guys feel like soulmates, but I feel like somebody here is evaluating. They're evaluating the situation, trying to figure like, is it worth me staying, or do I might, need to figure out another situation? We got patience. Manifestations are on the way. So I would say definitely take your time, figure out what it is that you need to do in this situation, but you definitely got to talk about it. Just sneaking and grabbing information here and there. Like, let's hear from the source. Talk to the source. You know your partner. Say whatever you need to say to get this person to open up. Talk. And it really shouldn't nobody have to push you like that. Talk. You need to address the situation, especially if we got soulmate, twin flame, and all that out here. Well, let's talk. Let's talk about it. Bottom of the day. Look, confession. Releasing a secret, pursuing virtue through honesty. Come on, man. Talk. Have that conversation. All right, y'all. Again, I'm Lavender. This is LAVI Program, LLC. And thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I wish everyone the best of luck. The singles from part 1 as well as the couples from this video for part 2. And I'll get another read back out to y'all soon. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Bye.